I really don't know what I would do if I didn't have some work that I had to get to.
Hello, hello, hello. This is Shirley Crawford, the owner of Second Chance Consulting and the executive director of the Women's Business Center, RVA. Welcome to another episode of WorkHardAholics. For those of you who have been a part of our tribe, thank you very much. For those of you just joining us and who are wondering what exactly is a workaholic, let me tell you, because you will not find that word in the dictionary because I made it up. It's someone who is always doing something. For example, my mother is retired, but finding her way because she's always looking for something else to do. She needs a project. She needs to be working on something. It's not always about the paycheck. We like paychecks, but it's not always about that. Sometimes we have an inner motivation that requires that we be about something. And so if that's you, you found your home. Welcome aboard. So today we're going to go over a few things. We're not here very long, generally like 10 minutes or so. Not too long. Going to hit a few highlights and then sign off and go finish enjoying this weekend. So one of the things we talk about, though, as a workaholic, we work hard. Forget all that you heard about working smart. It's true, but it doesn't mean that we're working smarter so that we don't have to work as much. It means we're working smarter so that the work that we do is efficient and our time management is well done. That's what that's all about. So on that vein, I always talk about work hard, play harder. So for my relaxation, I'm not really a handsy person. So I don't make stuff. My partner Ty, she likes to go into her garden, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds interesting. But sticking my hands in the dirt doesn't really move me like it does some people. So I have some plants in my window over there, which is where I normally sit when we're recording. I'm normally over there. And so I have these plants. They stay alive. That's my accomplishment with them. But not really my thing. So every blue moon, I do like to do something with my hands. So I play the violin. Doesn't really relax me though. I just enjoy hearing it. I do DIYs. DIY? What's DIY? Everybody knows, in case you did. Do it yourself. So in my case of my work hard, play harder moment I'm sharing with you all, of course this week I worked really hard. I worked extra long hours this week. I was in early, leaving really late. And then so Friday, I called a friend and I was just like, you know what? I'm going to drive to Buck Grove. So I did. And it was amazing and really relaxing. And then I got to come back and play with my great niece. So I felt like the world is an amazing place. But my other forms of relaxation, I normally have a project. So why I'm sitting on this side of my desk, because my desk is over there, it's because I want you all to see my most recent project, what I just hung up. Okay, I didn't hang it up. My nephew had to come in and hang it up for me. Thanks, nephew. And so that's what you see behind me. So this is my most recent DIY. So if you want to see it up close and personal, come by the office. 1510 Willow Lawn Drive, Suite 100A is where you'll find me. Just go see the receptionist, actually. She'll direct you. But this is what I do for my relaxation. So the giraffe was a gift from the wonderful, illustrious Vilma Seymour. Love her. And then that project on the wall, which doesn't look so straight right now, but it's okay. I made that. And so I started it eons ago. And I would just work on it piece by piece, part by part. Just like a few minutes. Whenever I was feeling all like, ew, I would take a few minutes and go play around with the patterns, figure out what I wanted to use it. Like some of those pieces of fabric, not most of them, some of them are hand painted. Most of them are not. They were fabric, etc. But the point is, you should have your own DIY to relax you. Or the question becomes, to DIY or not to DIY. If there are, one of the main things I always talk about with my members, my clients, is that there are certain things that you enjoy about your business, your process, the way that you do work, and there are other things that you hate. Yeah. If you hate it, you shouldn't do it. The whole point should be, I'm great at doing accounting. I'm great at checking the books, using QuickBooks, the whole nine. I don't like to. I don't want to. So it's one of the few things that I'm willing to say, hey, I'll pay someone else to do. So know what those things are. there's no reason for you to be miserable. So do it yourself or don't do it yourself. And either way, it can lead you to the relaxation and contentment that one looks for, even as a workaholic. Your note for today: work hard, play harder. All right, but on the DIY note, I have another DIY project that I did as well. See, I'm just DIYing today. So, no, it's not the picture. But if you look in the back of the frame, I was looking for a mat and I couldn't find one that I liked. So I made one. So I actually used stencils. If you want to know how I did it, that's a whole different thing. I'll tell you. But the point was, this was another one of my DIY projects. So, because I also had my nephew hang up a shelf for me, and that's going to go up on the shelf. So, woohoo! This is what happens on a Saturday at the Women's Business Center in Shirley's office. Okay, exciting. Yeah. DIY or not to DIY also leads me into our word for the day, which is behemoth. Behemoth. And it's based on some mythological figure that could have been an elephant or a rhinoceros. No one knows. But the idea, it's like something is monstrously big. And most of the time people talk about it in terms of a corporation. I normally think of it in terms of a monstrosity in your life that is just overwhelming. Which is also how it ties into me with to DIY or not to DIY. If accounting is a behemoth, project for you, then don't do it. Pass it on to someone else, free up the mental space, be happy again, and let it go. Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Yep, frozen moment. Yeah, they always come up, don't they? Then I wanted to share with you all our book it moment. Book it. Because everyone, entrepreneurs I've mentioned before, every millionaire who's interviewed always says one of their keys to their success is that they take time to read. And in this case, especially as I'm talking about behemoth, especially in regard to your work process, and if you are, should you do it DIY or not to DIY? Should you do it or have someone else do it? One of the problems that we sometimes have with working with other people is that you don't have control. You don't have, sometimes if it's a partnership, that means someone else has the right to an opinion. How dare they? And so the book I want to recommend is a book called Results Without Authority. And so it's by Kendrick. Yeah, Tom Kendrick. And the book is all about how you can take a leadership role or work with other people and not really be their supervisor. Like, I have a habit of saying, I will fire you. And I say it very calmly. And so for me, that's the bottom line. Like, I'm telling you, this is what we need done. That has to happen. And if not, it's okay. Because, employment is temporary. Don't frown at me. You're thinking it. I'm just saying it in a very kind way. But when you don't have that authority, when you're not the supervisor, when you're not writing their evaluation, when all you can do is share your opinion, this is a great way to look for some tools that you can use to be able to still come to some resolution. All right, now for your time tool technique. Because you're busy, because you're so occupied, this technique is literally all about time and timing. It's really a time tool. It's a smartwatch. And so there are all kinds of things out there. There are Fitbits and Apple Watches. And I don't know what you're using and I don't care. That's not the point. I will tell you that I use a Samsung Gear S2. So it's not the latest model. Why is this relevant? Especially for those of us who get really deep into our work and very focused. It's very easy for us to forget to stand up, to walk around, to get our steps in for the day. You can actually set I can set my Samsung. It tells me how much sleep that I had. How many steps? How's my heart doing? There's a whole health section on it, in addition to keeping the time. So I highly recommend the usage of such to keep yourself in order, to keep yourself healthy and aware of how you're spending your time, literally. So, once again, I hope you've enjoyed your time with me. I always enjoy my time with you because we're WorkHardAholics. Clearly. Once again, have a lovely view of my DIY project. And until the next time, live better, do better, be better, and happy entrepreneuring.
Because I really don't know what I would do if I didn't have some work that I had to get to. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.